Waziri and the department, karibuni sana. Members, you are also welcome to joint committee sitting of lands and physical planning together with urban and housing. Before we start, let us pray. Almighty God, who is in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the office of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Waziri, together with the department, my name is Moses Kebenei, MCA, CMAT Kapsaret, and Chair, Lands and Physical Planning. We are co-chairing this sitting together with my colleague here. He will introduce himself. Then members will have the privilege of introducing themselves together with the staff. And later you will introduce your team, Waziri. Then we start the proceedings.
Thank you so much, honorable members, members of the executive led by Waziri, our secretariat. Good morning. Honorable Amos Kiptanui. I do represent Rescos Ward and also chair for housing and urban development. We are co-chairing together with Honorable Kebenei. So welcome everyone.
I think we should, okay, let's start with the Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Our chairs, honorable members, the team of the department, good morning. My name is Sarah Malel, member representing Kimumu, a member to the both committees, urban planning and both lands and fiscal planning, and also the Deputy Speaker, Zingishu County Assembly.
Thank you, Chair and members, the team from the executive. I'm Julia Sang, MCA Gunward, friend to the two committees and the leader of majority. Karibuni sana.
Thank you very much, Chair and your co-chair, colleague members, and the invited department. My name is Honorable Francis Muyamongi, member representing Langas Ward, and sit in the two committee being co-chaired today in this investigation and double up as the leader of minority.
All protocol observed. I'm Honorable Isaac Samoe, MCA Kapsao Ward, member of both committees and Deputy Leader of Majority, Third Assembly of Zingishu County. Welcome.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Honorable members present, the executive team led by CC member. I'm Honorable Isaac Churchill, Deputy Chair, Urban Planning, member Lands, and Deputy Majority Whip.
CPA Samuel Sawe, member representing Kamagut and member friend to these two both committees. Thank you.
My name is Honorable Cherono Caroline, a member to this committee.
I'm Honorable Evelyn Tirop, a member to this committee.
I am Honorable Hilary Kipchumba, member representing Uban Ward, friend to this committee.
My name is Mary Goretti Boroswa, member representing Kipsomba Ward and a friend to this committee. Thank you.
I'm Kimani Wanjohi, the minority chief whip in the county assembly, also a member representing Urumod.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca Magut, MCA representing Queenette Kapsuswa Ward a member of this committee.
All protocols observed. Good morning. I'm Nicholas Bitogrande, MCA representative.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Honorable Naomi, Vice Chair, Lands and Fiscal Planning.
Morning, all of us. I'm Honorable Gilbert Lagat, MCA representing Kiplombe Ward and a member to this committee.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gilbert Koskei, member representing Geptiret Kipchamo, a friend to both committees.
I'm Honorable David Piot Ketany, representing Sergoit Ward.
Thank you. Let's now go to staff, secretariat.
I'm Kelvin Mibanda, Committee Clerk, Housing and Urban Development.
I am Naomi Serem, Committee Clerk, Lands and Fiscal Planning. Jacqueline Chepkemei, Hansard Reporter.
From Research Department, Royce Kimtai.
David Sum, Public Relations Officer.
My name is Michelle Saina. I'm from the Legal Department.
Sharon Kwambai, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you. I think, Waziri, now it's your opportunity to introduce the team from the department.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Good morning. I'm Waziri CTNA, in charge of lands, housing, urban development, and fiscal planning. Sunday.
Good morning. My name is Julius Koech, Chief Officer, Housing and Urban Development.
Chairman and honorable members, good morning. Mr. Nathan Korir, Chief Officer, Lands and Fiscal Planning.
Honorable Chair, my name is Sila Boit, Administrator, Lands, Fiscal Planning, Housing and Urban Development. Thank you.
Jerotich Nelly, Director, Lands Administration.
Honorable members, good morning. My name is Beatrice Menjo, Acting Director, Housing.
Good morning. My name is Planner Daniel Koech, Director, Physical Plan. Thank you.
Chairs and members, I'm Jackson Kiprop, Acting Director, Urban Development.
Thank you so much. I want to believe we have known one another. Now we are ready to proceed. So this is a continuation of the previous meeting because we did an adjournment up to today. Today, 4th, because there was a technical itch. And I want to believe today we are all well set to start our meeting. And this is in reference to invitation over the same, which we are communicated to you, as we had said. So I want to believe you are here because of that communication. So, honorable members, I want just to inform all of us that let's follow the rules so that we can do our best. And now, Waziri, who is the head of the delegation, you are going to take us through, and it is at your discretion to see whom to give to response in regard to the questions posed by members. Okay, I'm reminded by my co-chair that I go through the letter of invitation, which was done on 28 September 2023. That was the day that you appeared here, and it was communicated to the county secretary. and reference was invitation to attend committee meeting. It says the above matter refers the Joint Committee on Lands and Physical Planning and Housing and Urban Development invites the County Executive Committee member for Lands, Housing, Physical Planning and Urban Development, chief officers and all the directors to its meeting scheduled for Wednesday 4th today, October 2023 at 9 a.m. We appreciate that you are here on time, but because of some other issues, we took some few minutes, but I hope you understand. The committee would like to be furnished with the information relating to ongoing construction on a road reserve on Block 6, parcel number 460. Further, the committee would like to be provided with the following documents. A, original amended copies of FR maps for Block 6, parcel number 460. B, copies of all development permission on its approval for Block 6, parcel number 460, submitted to the County Planning Office. One to our communication team. Am I hearing some noise? Is that in order? I think it's being controlled. Now, number C, it says other copies of approval submitted to the relevant authorities or agencies signed by Clerk Chake. And so that was our communication, and that is the agenda of the day. And so we are proceeding, and for the purpose of recapping on what we discussed the other day is over the concern of construction, ongoing development in the said area, that is in the said parcel of land, block number 6, 460, and family known as FIMS. There is a service land or a road reserve, which construction was approved by yourselves, and we want to believe so. And there is a concern from the members of the public that that is a service land, that is a road reserve, and that construction was not supposed to happen. So you are here to share with this committee, to answer information on how you did the approval. So you will take us through, and we want to believe by this letter you've done your part, and so the concern is that construction. And to start, when normally someone wants or an investor wants to do development, I think she or he is supposed to make an application. And so in this case, can you take us through what happened and up to where we are? So welcome, Waziri, and I don't know, I want to give my co-chair to make some.
What is your point of order, Mheshimiwa Muya?
Chair and your co-chair, when we were listening to all other presenters, they were being put under oath of office. Kindly.
Thank you so much, Honorable Muya. I think with them,
Chair, we don't want to think we are proceeding and there are no difference with other people who appeared before us.
Order, Honorable Muya. How I wish you could allow me to complete my statement. That concern was there at the time, and there was a position that since when they took office, Waziri and Chief Officer took an oath of office to serve diligently. That is what informed, but I want to give Michelle maybe to give direction over the same, maybe for the purpose of clarification. Maybe Honorable Muya, that is from the legal department. These are officers serving for the county, and there's advice from her, from the legal.
We have
Maybe
three,
you have a different.
We have three who underwent an oath of office, but others haven't, and they are appearing before us.
Mheshimiwa Muya, I think from the advice from the legal department, these are officers. Let us not go proceed. Let us not have a debate about it. Or maybe I can give an opportunity. Maybe, okay. Let us proceed, Mheshimiwa Muya, kindly. As a committee, I think we have the powers, and for further, I think that one we'll have to discuss outside this committee, Mheshimiwa. Yes, let's proceed, Waziri.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Our honorable members, development control is a function that sits in the department, and we are in charge of all the processes that are carried in the department relating to development control. Within the department, we have the technical people who handle the process from the beginning to the end. Honorable members, allow me, therefore, on behalf of the team, to invite Planner Koech Daniel to take us through this process as we all listen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Waziri. And thank you very much, honorable members and the two chairs. I think I'll take you through what Waziri has talked about in terms of development control, because, thank you, the subject matter is FIM's land and the construction taking place on that piece of land. So we have a report with us, which I would wish to give a copy to the chairs, because this document has the copies that you requested through the letter that was shared with us.
Okay, thank you. And if there is another document that is with you, give our secretariat so that they will do copies for the rest of the committee members. Proceed.
So the two documents I've handed over to you basically indicates all the issues that touches on the FIM's land in question. And I'm going to focus on the issue of development approvals, which, as Honorable Waziri has rightfully put it, it is a function devolved to the county government. That is as per the Constitution of Kenya. The fourth schedule, number 8, talks about county planning and development being a devolved function. Also, the County Government Act talks about issues of planning as a function of the county government. Then we have a primary law, which we call the physical and land use planning, which actually guides all development application and preparation of plans. Now, Part 4 of the Physical and Land Use Planning Act guides on how development control should be done and all the requirements for any developer to do a submission of for request of approval. So the Act indicates that all developers must seek development approvals from the county government through the county executive committee member who is in charge of physical and land use planning before commencement of any development. So our department has developed mechanism to ensure that all development applications meet the required threshold as provided for by the law and also by all the plans which have been approved. So within that report that I've shared with you, Honorable Chairs, we have indicated the requirements for any development application to be processed. So the first one that we check is the proof of land ownership. And how do we confirm that the developer applying for development permission has proof of proof of ownership of land? One, they must submit a copy of lease or title. Number 2, they need to attach an original current search, which is given by the Registrar of Lands. So the details in the copy of title or release should tally with what is appearing on the original current search. And the details which are usually on the search indicate the owner, if it is a lease, the period which is the land was leased, and it indicates any special conditions which are attached to that piece of land. These include encumbrances, whereby, for example, we can have a power line cutting through the land. It's usually registered within that, it is indicated within that search. So proof of land ownership is a copy of title, and also an original current search. By current, we mean it should be a maximum, since it was created a maximum of 3 months. Number 2, what we check is clearance of land rates. Remember, land rates is one of the main revenue source for the county. So before we proceed to process any development application, we ensure that the developer has cleared land rates. And the proof is 1, payment receipt. And number 2, we have rates clearance certificate issued to that piece of land. Now, the billing system that we use in Uasin Gishu County usually doesn't allow you to bill any plan which has rate arrears. So it is a mechanism which usually assists our department so that any person who applies for development first must clear the land rates so that we can bill them. Number 3, we are given architectural drawings. Architectural drawings, these are basically plans which indicate what the developer is proposing to put up within their piece of land. And they are usually submitted in 5 copies and signed and by a registered architect. And they also attach their copies of practicing licenses. That is as per the provisions of the Physical and Land Use Planning Act, that all professional members who are applying for development permission must be registered in their professional bodies. Number 4, in case of a storied building, we usually require that someone must submit a structural drawing, which is usually submitted in 4 copies by a registered structural engineer. And they also attach copy of their practicing license. Then the owner has also to attach identification documents. That is the copy of national identity card or a passport in a case of a foreigner. But in a case of a company, they need to attach a certificate of incorporation for the company. They also attach a PIN certificate for purposes of issues to do with payment of taxes. Then, once all these documents have been submitted, it is a requirement that the developer must pay what we are calling scrutiny fee. And this scrutiny fee is a fee charged as per the finance bill or the Finance Act for the county. And it indicates the amount that must be paid. So basically, those are the documents that we require for you to apply for development permission. Now, the steps for processing of a development application: 1, the client must submit either by himself or herself or through a profession, an architect or a physical planner or a surveyor, a registered profession. And it's usually done at RD House. Then number 2, once the documents are submitted, we have a physical planner and a billing officer checking the mandatory documents that I had talked about initially, that all those documents are available before they proceed to bill. So once those documents which are required are checked, the billing officer will calculate, as per the Finance Act, the amount that the client should pay. Then after that, the applicant or the client is issued with an invoice. Then he or she proceeds for payment for the scrutiny charges. That one is usually done via either M-Pesa or bank. Then once the payments have been made, the client will get a receipt. And once that receipt is given, the plan now will be registered in our register and given a plan reference number. Basically, this plan reference number is the one that will be utilized to track the plan. Whenever a client will come, they will be asked to give details of the plan so that it can be checked how far it has gone. Then the other bit after payments and registration of the plan is when the plans are forwarded to a committee which is formed called the Technical Committee, but we also call it the Plan Approval and Development Control Committee. So the plans which were entered in the schedule will be submitted to this committee, which sits every Thursday of every week for purposes of looking and evaluating those plans if they adhere to the prerequisite or the set law. Now, once this committee sits, it looks at the plan, and I will give details on the proceedings of this committee with regards to that application in question. Now, that committee sits, they check the plans, they verify if the documents which were mandatory were attached. They now check it from the technical perspective. Because this committee is made up of a technical team, and Chair, kindly allow me to give you the membership of that committee. The committee is made up of a public works officer who is an architect and a chair. He's the chair to that committee. Number two, we have the director of physical planning or urban planning, who is in charge of forward planning, who is the secretary to that committee. We have a physical planner in charge of development control, who is a member. And oh, sorry.
Mheshimiwa Chepkule.
Thank you.
Oh, kindly, Director Koech and Director Koech, restart kindly. Start from number one.
Okay, thank you.
Members of the committee.
Yeah, the list I'm giving is membership of the Plan Approval and Development Control Committee. Number one is a public works officer, and in our case, we have an architect who is the chair to that committee. Yeah. Number two is the director in charge of physical or urban planning, who is the secretary to that committee. And the director in charge of physical planning is in charge of what we are calling forward planning. Forward planning is basically looking at the plan against what we are envisioning in the future. Number three, we have a physical planner who is in charge of development control, who is a member of that committee. And this physical planner, his work is to ensure that once these plans have been discussed and approved, the implementation on the ground is going as per the approved plans. That's why we are saying the planner is in charge of development control. Then another member is the civil and structural engineer, who looks at items to do with the structural integrity of the proposed building. Then we have another member who is a fire safety officer. They look at the compliance of the proposed plans to fire safety and generally the safety of the building. Then we also have a public health officer who is a member of that committee. This officer looks at issues to do with public health as per the proposed plans. Now, Honorable Chairs, those are the membership. That is the membership of the Plan Approval and Development Control Committee, which usually we call the Technical Committee, because they interpret the law versus the proposed applications. Now, once this committee has sat and discussed plans, there are various proposals that they will make against the plans. If a plan doesn't conform to doesn't adhere to the law, they usually defer that plan, requesting the developer to amend the plan so that it can meet the conditions. Number two, they can propose to do a site visit in a case whereby the application is not quite clear. And this site visit will be carried out by this technical committee, whom after visiting the site will either recommend the plan or will defer it, saying that it doesn't meet the requirements. Now, after that committee has sat, they will prepare a schedule, and this schedule is usually forwarded to the office of the CEC member, and that is as per the provision of the Physical and Land Use Planning Act 57(1), which says that the approving authority is the CEC member. But usually for purposes of carrying out effective development control, Physical and Land Use Planning Act, number 13 of 2019. But it is Article 57(1), which talks about no developer should commence development without approvals from the CCM member. So the CCM member is the approving authority as per the law. So the plans are forwarded to the final plan approval committee, and this committee sits down and discusses the plans which have been forwarded by the technical committee.
Maybe Planner Koech, you said this technical committee forwards the schedule. What is in this schedule?
Thank you very much, Chair. As per the document given that you have there, when you look at, just a minute, there is an annex of a schedule. Page 18 of 20. There is an annex of the schedule of building plans. The schedule gives
Maybe quiet, just say it as you've written it. We have sent our copies for photocopying, so just read it out as by your copy.
Thank you very much. I think the schedule, as indicated, shows the plan number. Remember when we were entering the plan in the register, you give a tracking number. So it has a plan reference number. It has the PIN of the client. It has the names and address of the client. The schedule also shows the parcel number, the proposed development, the type, and also the plinth area. The plinth area is the coverage of the building when you calculate the floor area. So that is the coverage. For example, it can be 250 square meters. And that plinth area is the basis of billing. The amount that we bill is based on the floor area. So it has the floor area. It has the estimate of the development, the cost of implementing that development. In a case, you can have a plan, for example, the one that we are talking about, FIMS, the estimated cost as per the submitted plan was 9.6 million. That was the estimated cost calculated by the engineer. Then it indicates the fees which were paid to the county. Remember we were talking about...
Proceed, Mheshimiwa Isaac Chirchir.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. For purposes of time and accuracy of information, the director is giving us the procedures and the methodology of approval, rather than giving us the actual act done. In this case, we could require that when we come to the sitting of membership for the approval of the structure, he would give us that this is required for approval. And this, in this case, in this matter before us, these were the approvals. This was done like this. This is the findings. Then when we come to the schedule, preparation of the schedule, he could tell us that in this respect to this, this is what was the approved of. So that we move with, if he gives us the entire procedure, that is more of academic. We are learning the procedure of doing things, but not the actual act done. So, because we are investigating on a matter, we want to go direct to the matter that this was done this way. I think that's my
Mheshimiwa, I can see Mheshimiwa Gilbert.
Thank you, Chair. I want to support what Honorable Member said concerning the matter. Maybe in the near future, we will create time for them to take us through this other process. Let's stick on the matter at hand. Kindly, Chair.
Mheshimiwa Gireti, I saw your hand up.
Thank you, Chair. I want to agree with the two members that kindly let us hit the nail on the head on the matter on before us.
Thank you. Mheshimiwa Chepkonga, was your hand up?
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Chair. My Gilbert Chepkonga, MCA, Ainapko Lare Ward. Honorable Chair, I have spent enough time here being educated rather than, trying to get or to have the issue at hand addressed. So, Honorable Chair, I find it in your discretion that you direct the department that we embark on why we are here.
Planner Koech, thank you for taking us through the theory lesson. I think now, as members have stated it clearly, let's stick to block 6, parcel number 460, plot number 460. The procedures, I think it will take you less than 5 minutes to take us through the procedures that were applied for the approval. Kindly, in less than 10 minutes, take us to what is it, Mheshimiwa Goreti?
Chair, before they go to the approval first, let them give us the owner of the land. Then, once we've gotten the owner, then the approvals will follow.
Mheshimiwa Muya?
Thank you, Chair. I stand guided, and I was almost becoming tired of the lecture, but here I am. I would like, before we go, from where I sit, before we reach to 460 or 60, whatever plot, can we be told how it came to be? Because from the PDP, he tell us the approved PDP that we have in the registry that guides the allocations of plots, because from where I sit, the map that I have, the survey map which comes into being after the information of the team, I don't have plot number something. There are other creation of plots that have been created apart from whatever we know or whatever I know from the registry. Therefore, I would like first of all be told, before even they approved the building, how it came to be 460, because there was a plot number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 before the 460. How did it came into be before we approved the building plan? Thank you.
Okay, I think that number one, this one goes direct to Waziri. Who is the owner of that piece of land? Then number two, this committee, even me, I want to know what Mheshimiwa Moya said. Was there any other plot before plot 460 from the PDP? And if there were any other plots that were there, maybe through the department, we want us to know, furnish us with information, how it transferred from the plots that were there to that plot number that we have now, 460.
Chair, just an input.
Okay, Mheshimiwa.
Just an input is that
Chirchir.
kindly, I think we are going ahead faster. We could just want to, in any use of public utility, there must be an application. On current affairs, we apply to NLC. There previously, you could apply to another entity. We want to get it that from
Mheshimiwa Tamoge,
I'm coming up. Just let me frame my my thesis. Huh? In this matter, we could want to hear that in this particular date, there was an application by the assigned entity on this parcel, and the name is this. That is where we'll pick the owner, the person in process. The application was done to this office, and then during that procedure of application, there was the following thing to be done by the physical planning department. That is physical planning as an entity, and the physical planner will come up here to all that committee, so that we get the whole how it is synchronized from the beginning to the end, so that we know who applied, who who received the application, who said, who amalgamated. We get all those things in sequence.
Waziri, kindly proceed.
Thank you very much, honorable members. I think the land in question is registered under Fatia Altaf Abdulaziz, who owns the land block 6460. If there were other parcels previously, I think that is a subject and a question to be answered by National Land Commission. Our role as a county is basically approval, and we follow the process, honorable members, that as laid down by the Act. So this land is under Altaf Fatia, and is the one having the list. Thank you very much.
Waziri, you're talking about plot number 460. Maybe previously, before, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think Mheshimiwa Muya and Mheshimiwa Chirchir alleged that there were some plots before plot 460. From your department, what is your stand?
Thank you very much. I think the history relating to that, honorable members, was, if I'm not wrong, is well first by the National Land Commission, because that is their pure function. And they are the ones who are supposed to give us the clear history of the past. Thank you very much.
What is your point of order, Mheshimiwa Muya?
Chair, I find Waziri to be misleading this House, being the custodian of all the operation of the land department. I know he's not a planner, he's not a surveyor. He's not well advised with the matters land. Maybe he's somewhere since he entered into that office. We have planners that have the institution memory. Institution memory. He found some officers in that department, whereby I know if he does not, if you hear somebody saying that it's like in the chamber of Eden, and we don't want to go that direction. We are here as officers of the county government of Uasin-Gishu, whereby we are transiting Eldoret town into a city, whereby every service lane, every road matters, we have planners with us here. And before they approve this, if they are sincere before God, and that's why I wanted them to be under oath, can they tell us how was this land appearing before another survey was done? What in their department? Because being the county, for them working in the county government of Uasin Gishu as planners, they have a national planning office. And they know what a PDP mean, when does the survey map come. Can they be given a chance? Because they have the institution memory. For them, we have planner Nelly here, we have planner Koech here, we have Kiprop here, and all other people, other staff here are not planners, are not surveyors. Can they tell us the chronology of event? Because from where we sit, some of us, we served as councillors. We know better that place than the Waziri himself. Therefore, he should be well guided. Therefore, can we be told, let us not shift the blame to the national government. Can the planners who we have here, because if somebody did not advise the county government, they tell us how that block looked like, before any other things happen, either amalgamation or whatever, any other allocation of plot, and before any allocation of another plot, what need to come first? Because they have relevant laws with them. And after doing that, they tell us, did in the previous government, had they received such approvals, and what did they do to them? They be honest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And maybe I think the question in support of what the members have raised is that in the PDP within our possession, it does not show that block 460. It shows a number of plots, and this PDP was for 1970. The PDP before us, 1970.
Oh, the Honorable.
So maybe we have a PDP with us. We have a PDP with us for 1970. Plot number 9. So it shows a different plan. We don't have 460. That is one we have. And I want to believe members, we admitted this the other time.
Yes, but Chair.
So maybe you need to give whoever is able to interpret so that you can have a check and tell us which PDP did you use while doing that.
Thank you very much.
Chair, before the CC speaks through you, I want to ask, like, we had copies in our files of all those maps that were given the other time. Clerks, I don't find in my file, and the proceedings that are left in my file.
I think from the Secretariat, there were copies.
Yes, files.
For the maps. I think plot number 10, number 9, number 8,
yeah.
Number 7. We had copies of those maps.
And they were in our files. So they're missing. Even the notes, they're not there.
I think members,
Yeah, they are.
we are aware of that plan, we were shown it has a number of plots. There was no block 6460. Is that correct? Is that what you have in your files? Now, we have shared with the department a copy of the PDP for 1970. So in this case, tell us which BDB shows block 6460. And kindly share with us if it's in your position.
Thank you very much. I have two planners here. Allow me to give them a few minutes to respond to that question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe if I understand the question clearly, you are asking if we have plot number 460 in the 1970 plan. And our straightforward answer is that it's not there in the 1970 plan. Now, we've shared. In the development plan that you have given us, it shows a service lane. And there is plot number 13, 4, 5, and 6 within that zone that we are talking about. So it shows an existing service lane of 7.6 meters and a plot number 13.
You say it in the BDB that we have shared with you.
Yes.
It shows plot number 13.
Yeah, it shows plot number 13. There's plot number 13, then there is plot number 4, 5, and 6 within that zone we are talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Salbe, can we have the... So members, these are documents. It's a map, so we might not...
So for Chair, as the way to proceed is that I think it is. Let me share my feeling that I think what.
Honorable Chair, you can't share with the committee your feelings. Share with us with the information.
Yes, my information. My information. Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to put it that since 1895, yes, when Kenya became a protectorate, to 2010 when we promulgated the new constitution. And in 1970, there was developed that plan for the Eldoret town, Block 6, that we have been shared with. And all matters that transpired that were illegal since 1970 to 2010, before the becoming of NLC, are treated as historical in environment and land acts. There were historical injustices. That is one of the injustices we want to address. And when addressing this injustice, we are not addressing you as a persona, the CEC member. Maybe you are worried, the CEO. We are addressing our office that is perpetual, that will be held by other people. And we are addressing a city that is coming, that we want to be in order. So you are sworn in to protect, not to perpetuate the illegality. So the sitting here want to inquire on that historical injustice so that it is corrected in your regime. And that is what this house is seeking.
Thank you for that information. Now, we've shared with you the copy that we have. And it shows different numbers, as we have said. Now, how can you interpret this PDB to you?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think from that PDP, the plot in question is number 13 on the PDP.
Which PDP?
the 1970 PDP. It is not the entire number 13, but by then it used to be number 13.
Where is it indicated block 13? In your files, do you see number 13? Maybe.
Oh, sorry. I think you have what we call the RIM. This is the PDP, the one that you are, oh, that is the development plan. Yeah, that is the development plan. What
I have seen, maybe order. Maybe order, honorable members. According to this PDP, it is number 9, not 13. What is the other? It's number 10. It's number 10, not 13.
Chair, allow me to explain the difference. We have a part development plan. This is the first document that is prepared that will show this area we will have these activities and this area we are going to have these activities in terms of zoning. Then from that, a survey is done. And a survey now gives the title numbers. What you are having as parcel number 10 is the survey plan, RIM, what we all know as RIM. That is what you are having. And that one was born by the part development plan, the DP that we are having. Now, when we are referring to it, yes, please. The DP gave birth to the RIM. So the first numbers in the DP were provisional numbers for ease of identification of parcels. Then the RIM are the title numbers. It will be one at the same plot.
Thank you. And in this document, we have parcel number 10. You see? Is that the title number?
DP. No, it is not the title number.
Is this an RIM?
No. Development plan.
Which gives part to the other?
To the RIM. RIM is what you are having. You are saying it is showing plot number 10.
Just come. So where are we in this one? Mbona inaonyesha 10? Hii ni survey number. Mlisema PDP inazaa hii.
PDP inazaa hiyo.
Na inaonyesha namba ngapi hapo?
These are provisional numbers. But the actual yenye itatoka na title hii yenye iko kwa RIM.
Na hiyo ndio tunaongelea.
So tufanyaje hii?
Let us use this one.
This is matter no.
Tutumie hii ya RIM. The amended one. When we are referring to it is not amended.
It is a product of this.
This one is a product of
this
Let us use this one. Let us all be referring to the name yenye iko kwa, the number yenye iko kwa RIM. We don't try.
Will this give us the title number?
Yes, this in fact is the title number. Whatever is in the RIM is the title
So
number.
tuachane BDB.
Hapana, watakuwa members.
I think tuko na mtoto hapa hapa. Let us use the baby.
Yes, let us use
But
it.
finally tunatoka hapa. You know, because already
before show us the way hiyo barabara iko wapi. Number 10.
Service lane.
So this is number 10.
So the service.
Now this is 7, 8, 9. This is the service lane.
So the land in question, the building, the development in question iko wapi? Iko kwa service.
That's okay.
Iko kwa service lane.
Is was he aware of this?
Aware. But again,
So we have a common reference point. Also.
Other members, I think we can take our seats and proceed. Now, our planners, led by CC. Now, I think we are in agreement that we refer to the other document, the RIM. Can you tell us now, under what magic, that in the RIM we are seeing plot number 10 and a number of them and a service lane? How did it disappear or swallowed?
Yes, Mheshimiwa Muya.
As the planner recollect himself, of course, there is a custodian of a department, of a section in a big department, the accounting officer. Because I can see the CEOs are very comfortable seated, would like to know all this that we are looking is under which subsection? Whose CEO? Because we vetted 2 CEOs here, and they are all here. So that we'll keep on referring to him because, of course, what ya Mugono wanarudishaga ripoti kwake. All these lectures that we are being given, they were being reported by the end of the day to a given CEO. As they recollect, we need to know all this operation is under which CEO that are before us. Thank you.
I think Honorable Muya is taking us back, but we were shown very clearly that the membership of a committee is public works architect, director physical planning, which leads you to a physical planning committee. It will lead you physical planner is there, civil and structural, and all those other entities that are relevant. But in this house, we vetted 2 chief officers. The chief officer urban planning and the chief officer lands and physical planning. So it's not a matter in this case, it's a matter that lands in the domain of the chief officer physical planning. So I think, and the gazette notice in this country, the gazetted officer in that department is the chief officer physical planning. So I don't think the honorable member, he might be aware, not unless you are seeking information.
Thank you, Honorable. I want to request these members. I think we are progressing well. Some of Muya, you want to deviate from that, but let's get to understand this genesis. And then we shall know at what point it will stop. So kindly, yeah, it's not who was supposed to be responsible. And I'm reading, so kindly to yourself, know who will answer what, for us to tell you. We know CC is the head of delegation. You kindly take us through the next process.
Chair, I would like you to clarify. We are still talking about plot number 460.
Now, according to the, it is very true, according to the RIM, we are not seeing plot number 460. That's why we have requested, and I think was it is not for you, As much as I've said you are the lead of delegation, kindly, Mr. Koech was progressing well. Tell us now what happened from block 10 to whatever to block 460. Or whoever is in a position to explain that, you can tell us. You're free.
Thank you very much.
What is out of order, Honorable Chepkon?
When he said that he can only handle number 460, and for us to go to number 10, you know, we go back to NLC. So I don't know whether he still holds the same position, or we allow the planner to bring us.
Thank you, Honorable Chepkonga. And I'm still requesting members. I think we are here to listen and to ask questions. Let us not fix our positions and minds. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Chair. I think it was just a continuation. Allow me to usher in our fiscal planners to continue, because there is a route that was followed until we arrived there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair. I think the land in question is plot number 460. And how it came to be, usually what happens for a new number to come to be. We had plot number block 6, number 10. Then as we are speaking, the applicant submitted a title of plot number 460. Now there are scenarios whereby a new number will appear in the RIM. One is when someone decides to join two plots, what we call amalgamation. When you join two plots, the number that used to be there will cease to exist. And the plots which have been joined to become one will have one number. And from the background check that I did, number 460 came as a result of amalgamation of two plots. Plot number 460.
Through the chair, which plots were amalgamated to come to 460?
Order, honorable members, I think he's still explaining. Let's allow him to conclude, and then we shall pose the question. Tell us now, which plot are these were amalgamated?
The plots which were amalgamated were two. That is from the records of the land registrar. It's plot number 10 and plot number 441.
Point of order. Point of order, Chair.
Proceed, Mheshimiwa Chirchir. And I think, Koech, I think you are misleading this house.
Yes.
From what I saw, though I don't have it here, but what I saw here, we don't have plot 400 and something. I saw plot number 7, 8, 9, then a service lane, then plot number 10. So amalgamation was done to plot 10 and plot 4. This 441, where has it come from? Proceed, Mheshimiwa Chirchir.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think the planner is in the era of 400 plus, while we are dealing with a mother in the after the PDP, it was born plot number 9 and 10. When I'm amalgamating plots that belongs to one person and wants to bring it together, in between the two plots, there is a service line, which is a public utility, or it's owned by roads. Together, to amalgamate the other plot with this one, Chair, we require the owner of this, the report of who authorized the amalgamation, adding the road, the road reserve, which bonds the wayleave and everything. So, giving us amalgamating plot 441 with number 9, when it had already changed, then I think.
Thank you.
Let us stick to evidence and stick to the document that is before this house. Any other document that is not legal, we cannot admit.
Honorable members, I will really seek your indulgence. Can we circulate a microphone so that everybody raises, anyone who has a point of concern can raise so that we can allow them to proceed. Otherwise, we
Chair.
shall be mixing up issues.
Chair.
Kindly give mic to them.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I want to request through you, Chair, that let the fiscal planner give us all the information he has, and we take records. Then we can ask our questions later. That's when we can move.
In other words, you are saying we suspend in the
Exactly.
interjection.
Let us take notes.
Are we in agreement, honorable members?
Yes.
Now, at that point again?
When he's taking us through, we have all agreed before you, two chairs, that we refer to the RRR. Is it MRI or Arab? They know better. That has number, it does not have a number 400 and something.
Thank you.
It has number, it has
yes. I think we have agreed, honorable members. Let's allow them to explain. And I think, if I'm not wrong, we were at RIM. Now, the RIM shows existence of service land. Kindly, can you take us through to the point of, you have used the terms amalgamation. I don't know it gave part to which number. Tell us, do you have any records that you're saying, according to the records in lands? You say it very well. And I don't know, do you have a copy of the said record, or you just looked at it and just came to share with us? Do you have any copy of that record?
I don't have it here.
You don't have
Chair.
it?
Yeah.
Do you know what is called an FR?
Yes.
Is that what you're referring to?
No, it's not an FR. Chair.
Whatever. Okay, proceed in the best way that you can.
Thank you, Chair. What I was indicating is that for us to get plot number 460, there was an amalgamation of two plots, which is plot number 10 and plot number 441. Now,
to show us plot number 441. What is it that you have to show that?
Chair, there is an RIM which is updated. It shows plot number 10 and plot number 441.
Members, can we have a look at that?
Chair, the fiscal planner who is before us, we should at some point know whether he's a real fiscal planner. But can they, first of all, so that we don't argue, what document inform an RRR? What document inform which? Because we went through a PDP which came up with an RRM that we decided we are going to.
Okay.
So the one he's referring
It's updated. He's saying updated.
Was updated by which document?
Can you please share with us the updated
PDP?
one? And also the question is this, when you want to come up with an updated RIM, do you need to have another PDP, or you rely on the, to amend the RIM?
You need to have a PDP to amend.
Maybe, Chair. Maybe you put Nelly on the speaker.
Order. On the document that is before us, this is an updated RIM. Is that so? This is for which year? This for which year?
Thank you, Chair. I can see minds busy, but after telling us the year, they should also show us a document informing that new RIM.
This is the recent one. Okay, honorable members, Honorable members, this is the one that is before us. One, it is certified one, is a signature. And the last, this updated 1998. In fact, 1999. There is another 1999 updated one. You say this is the latest. The other one was for 1995, eh? Where is the latest? This is not the latest again.
You realize, Chair, that within that RIM, it has plot number 10 and plot number 441.
Okay, thank you, members. According to this, what used to be a service lane was given a new number, 441. So he is correct to say plot number 441 was amended with plot number 10. So according to the updated RIM, so he can proceed.
So
Yes,
441
I agree with you, Chair.
I think I can circulate
I
this,
agree with you. You are very clear that 441 it is the service
lane.
But that is the new
RIM.
Before we proceed, can the two planners or the three planners tell us which document inform the formation of a new RML, whichever the name? Can they tell us so that we don't fight? Thank you.
Kindly.
In simple terms, give us table the BDP surveying showing that you are now giving bond to the plot 441. We must have developed a BDP that gives path to that new RM. So if you
Are you in a position to
allow,
show us?
allow me to take you to school, back to school for just a minute.
Thank you. We need
Once
that
we
school.
have done the RIM, the only thing that you now keep doing is updating the RIM. That is why we have notes at your far right corner. You will be saying we have created this plot from the initial one that was maybe parcel number 10 was 10 on its own. 460 to be created, they created number 10, they amalgamated number 10 and 441. They will also write 441 was created, given a number.
From where?
It was a road, then it was sealed and given 441.
Who created that road to give out 441?
Now we have to get the paperwork of where 441, how the 441 was given.
Through chair. Through chair.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Because that's
Through
my
chair.
interpretation.
Through chair. That is good for the schooling.
And
Though
let's be
members
ready
are learned.
to learn.
Though members are learned.
Aya.
Kindly the application to the owner of the road to lease the road and amalgamate the road to 441. Can we have the papers, the application documents to that effect, and the body that was applied to, so that we proceed? Can we table the documents that were application for government's utility to be used, either apply to NLC or the other one, describing the purpose of that, and the public participation minutes showing that the public agreed with your, and the entities, the users of the wayleaf. So if we have those documents, we don't have an issue.
Okay.
The academics
you.
will be well taken.
Thank you. I think, let me give leader of majority, and then I will go back to them.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I think we are progressing well. The two planners and the three planners are taking us through school, which is okay. I think it is important for us to understand clearly before we make decisions. Chair, so that I'm not left behind, is Planner Nelly confirming to us that after the initial PTP, there shall be no other PTP subsequently, but you're only updating the RIM. Number two, when Planner Koech was taking us through the school and the requirements, the procedure, he said that they are relying on the charges that have been paid. Are they confirming that the service land, somebody is paying for to the county, the land rates? That is when I'm really concerned.
I think you've quoted the concerns of members well. I think the major point is this, and I want to post this. Thank you, Honorable Koko. I know you are first of experience. In fact, we were looking forward to have you here, and I shall come back to you. Let me ask you this. You took us very well. You mentioned about plot number 441, and members were asking, where is that? Nelly said it is an updated RIM. It shows plot number 441. That is true. That is now what you are saying. It was amalgamated. And members, I think I want to request you briefly, who does that kind of allocating number 441 and other numbers so that we know? Just as an information, who did that? Or who updated that RIM to give 441? And then now you proceed with telling us the
Chair,
process of amalgamation.
You are guiding us well, but say who updated the service lane to be a plot number 441?
I think that is the point. So kindly answer that before you make any presentation.
Members, maybe to delve into that, first of all, the members should really pardon us on this matter, because the maps we are talking about, we are not the authority of those maps. They are prepared by the Director of Surveys. And there are two offices that are involved in this matter. The Director of Land Administration, National Government, vets the documents that are used by the Director of Survey to allocate numbers and to make amendments in the RIM.
At the point, you must be aware which office is involved with that. You are just saying national government. You know, national government is big. Tell us which.
I've talked about two offices. The Director of Land Administration, Ministry of Lands, Nairobi, and the Director of Surveys, Ministry of Lands, Nairobi.
There is no requirement of approval by the county government or then municipal or local authority then?
That one I cannot authoritatively say.
Thank you. I think you have said very well that number 441 was done by relevant authorities. He has mentioned very well clearly. So members, can we proceed now to hear the amalgamation and tell us who was responsible for that?
Thank you, Chair. As my colleague has put it rightfully, when there was these two plots, the number 10 that we were talking about and number 441, now there was an application for amalgamation of the two plots.
Chair, I'll feel well when the planner, you know, they are our memory. They are the people we depend on protecting public utility in this town, in this county. Yes, I don't dispute about plot number 441, but let him say initial service lane which became plot number 441. Let it be clear from him, because we are following far and wide. Thank you.
I think we are here because of that road service lane. We don't have to be reminded. If there was a service lane, now tell us all this magic that happened. Proceed.
Can I proceed?
Before then, we have a very resourceful honorable member, Honorable David Leting, a.k.a. Kokos. Can you give him the mic to tell us?
Asante sana chairman. Nataka kusema hivi. Mimi kweli ninaelewa hizi vitu. Na nataka kusema na nataka tu musikie. Mwaje kupingana sana. Nataka kusema hivi. Mimi ni shareholder neighbor wa Block 6. Na mimi ni member wa Block 6.
Tunaambia namba ngapi yako ndio tujue kama ni kweli.
yangu ni 555 554 na nilifanya amalgamation.
Somebody to
in
confirm
block
that.
5. Angalia sahi. Mimi nasema hivi. Mashamba sa certificate of lease uwa county hawahusiki naye. Hizo uwa sisi tunaendanga juu uko mahali.
When you say sisi, you are who?
Yani
All of us as members.
Sisi shareholders wenye wako kwa block 6 na block 5 na block 10 na block 14.
You want to tell us there is a company?
Hapana, tunaenda kwa director of survey Nairobi. Huko ndio
Proceed,
tunapimia.
tumekuelewa.
Haya, neno la pili. Hii number 451 na number 10. 441 na number 10. Kulikuwa na barabara kama hapa mahali tunapitia. Hii ni number 10 na hii ni 4.
Hiyo ni mwakati gani? Tusaidie.
Ngoja kwanza. Si vile mimi nasema. Na hii shamba ni ya mtu moja na hii. Na kuna barabara katikati. Uko na uwezo hata bila kupitia kwa county kufanya amalgamation. Na ngoja kidogo Muya.
Order Honorable Muya. I think order Honorable Muya.
Si usikize yangu,
is on the
umeongea
floor.
mara 10.
Kindly understand our standing order.
Si umeongea mara 10. Si uwache mimi nimalize. Sasa ninasema hivi.
Proceed.
Mimi nishafanya. Sasa wewe kama hujawahi kufanya, si usikie yenye mimi nasema. Mimi niko na uwezo kama hii shamba ni yangu hii ya pande hii na hii kama ni yangu na kuna barabara katikati. Na mimi ninataka kusongesha barabara. Niko na uwezo ya kufanya amalgamation na nisongeshe barabara kwingine. Hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza. Number 2, hakuna barabara iko na namba. Hakuna barabara hata Wasingishu mzima iko na namba. Isijapokuwa amalgamation is allowed. Isijapokuwa hii ilifanywa tu makosa kama ilikuliwa. Na kuna njia mingi ya kuua panya. Hiyo hakuchoma store. Alifanya amalgamation ndio hiyo barabara ipotee. Na nataka kusema hivi. Mimi nilikuwa nataka kusema hivi.
Let him finish. Kindly proceed Mheshimiwa Kokwa.
Kwani kazi yenu ni kuweka hapa msikia wengine.
Proceed.
Haya sawa. Nataka kusema hivi. Nataka kusema hivi.
Mheshimiwa Goreti, let him finish his point.
Nataka kusema hivi.
You will have your time. You will have your time.
Kwa sababu mimi sitangu nimenyamaza hapa nikisikia vile mnasema. Sasa mimi nataka kusema hivi. Hii map ili amalgamatiwa siku gani? Hiyo ni neno la kwanza. Neno la pili. Wakati ilikuwa ina amalgamatiwa, county walikuwa na uwezo ya kuobject au hawakukuwa naye. Kwa sababu unaona officers hata hawajui, wenyewe hawajui. Sasa kitu mzuri tujue kwanza iliamalgamatiwa mwaka gani na nani alikuwa kwa ofisi hata siku hiyo aitwe. Alafu atueleze vizuri chenye inaendelea. Alafu ya tatu na ni ya mwisho nimewaambia hakuna barabara iko na namba. Asante.
Okay, Mheshimiwa Kokwa. Yes. Kindly order members. Mheshimiwa Kokwa, order. Mheshimiwa Kokwa, you've come up very well. Umekuja vizuri na umetuelimisha. Ya kwanza umesema hakuna barabara iko na namba.
Yes.
Ya pili umesema when was the map amalgamated?
Yes.
Na ya tatu umesema hule mtu wakati alikuwa pale, county inaweza fanya objection ya amalgamation kulingana venye mimi nimesikia.
Yes.
Aya, kuna point nimepoteza. Nataka tu urudie. Ya kwanza ulisema when was the amalgamation done? Ya pili umesema nini?
Hakuna barabara iko na namba.
Now, mimi kulingana na venye mimi nimeona Mheshimiwa Kokwa, kuna namba 441
yes,
ambayo ni barabara. Sasa hiyo tuachie hapo. Wewe umesema wewe ni stakeholder wa block 6, block 5, block 14, block
yes,
what ingine.
Yes,
now let us continue. Nadhani Mheshimiwa Goreti, you had a point, ulikuwa una interject na point of order.
Chair.
Oh, it has been overtaken by events.
Chair.
Now let us proceed. Mheshimiwa Wanjoi.
Chair, allow me to point out something that I've seen. A major contradiction between the person on the floor, the physical planner, with the NLC representative that was here. The planner tells us that we have 441 that was amalgamated with number 10, then to form 460. But the NLC representative who was here told us that that was compensated. It was a road and that it was compensated, and there was no mention of any number such as 441. Are you working under the same government with the NLC? Because what you are giving to us is a clear contradiction.
Okay, Mheshimiwa Wanjoi, kindly members. Wacha niongee kwa Kiswahili. Tafadhali kwa unyenyekevu. We are here for the proceedings. Let us not interject them. I think Mheshimiwa Amos gave Mheshimiwa Kokwa because Kokwa wanted even to stand up. Let us get information from the department. Then at a later stage, we will have all the time to ask questions. Tafadhali, let us have a flow of information. Then later, at a certain stage, the department is here. Then we will have opportunity to ask questions. Thank you.
I think that is well said. So kindly proceed. And it's only to the attention of chair to moderate this session. So kindly, Planner Koech, you are telling us 441 and 10, proceed from there.
Thank you, Chair. Now, I was explaining how 460 came into place. It was an
And briefly, I had asked you, one, this amalgamation, we've got a member who said it is not even done here. Can you just confirm, clarify, who does the amalgamation? Because as per this RIM, it was done 1998. So just for our information, and then you proceed from there.
Thank you, Chair. I think then what used to happen is that the Commissioner of Lands, together with the Director of Survey, could undertake such an assignment and allocate a number and also amalgamate land. That was then before the new act came into place. So the existence of 441, I've been informed here that there was an explanation by NLC on how it came to be. But allow me, Chair, to explain the procedure of amalgamation. Now, since plot number 10 and 441 were existing, as per the RIM that we have given to you, the person who was given those two plots decided to make a formal application for amalgamation of those two pieces of land for easier management. Usually, you do amalgamation so that you can manage your land rates, you can do construction, you can generally do a general management of your piece of land. So the person who was the owner of 441 and number 10 requested for amalgamation of the two pieces of land. And that is how plot number 460 came into place. Remember, I had said that when you join two plots, it's usually given a new number. And that is how 460 came into place. I think I've answered, Chair.
I think you are clear up to that point, and I hope members we are following. Correct? Now, proceed. Or there's no other.
Yeah,
now,
maybe.
Now, maybe a question. When that amalgamation was done, that was 1998, it gave birth to block 6460, which is now the parcel of land in question. Yes. I think that is clear up to that point. We have known the circumstances under which it was amalgamated. Now I think we go to the next step. Or any other concern at that point? Honorable DS, you've been quiet for long. Sergeant Atam, please stand by.
Thank you, Chair. And I would like to request you to allow me to be a direct question so that we move as fast as possible. In this scenario, we are trying to investigate a matter.
New permission, fill one on.
No problem.
But you can proceed.
Okay. We are now undertaking a matter that we really want to know. From the view of the department, where was your work starting from? Because we are talking about during the Commission of Lands, and we are now talking maybe the new act that you are talking about that is giving you now the mandate. So that we don't jump left, right, backward, forward. So where is your mandate starting from so that we interrogate you from there?
Thank you very much.
Hey, see. I think these my mics are so nice. Good quality. Don't police her. Kindly.
I think I have a
It
lot
might
of
damage their functioning.
I think I have a lot of energy, perhaps. Thank you very much. Chairman, I think our work and mandate begins from the submission of application of development plans to the department. That's where we begin our work because we are restricted to development control and approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Another question? Do you have another question? What
So, the issues of how amalgamations were done is none of your business.
Exactly. The amalgamation of parcels of land is purely done by the national government, which actually do not even touch our side.
Okay.
Thank you.
Does it bother you sometimes? Does it bother you sometimes to investigate? To investigate for the public good? Because we are all serving the same government, whether national or county government. Does it bother you sometimes to do your background checks before your undertakings?
Waziri, or whoever is in a position to understand?
Well, Chairman and honorable members, thank you. Well, I think the scope of our search, of our findings, stops at the search. So long as we have got an original search which is current, and that's enough, maybe any question, that's the end of our due diligence.
Thank
so
you.
Order, Honorable Muya. Honorable Rende, his son was up, and then we shall go to Muya, and then Wanju, and then a number of members, including Honorable Speaker. Leonigo Stering. Honorable Rende, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. There is a number of issues Honorable Kokwas was passing. I want just only want the department to confirm such very important issues Honorable Kokwas was passing, that even there is no numbers in our roads. And I'm a bit confused that the Department of Lands in the county government, I don't know where are they starting to pick the roles in the Department of Physical Planning and Lands. So I want to know where are they start to pick, because if someone can build on the road reserve, where are you starting now? Where are you starting your work?
Thank you, Honorable Muya, and then we go to Anjoy, then Kilbert Sato, then Honorable Speaker, in that order. And then Honorable Natu is here with us as well. So, Honorable Muya.
Thank you, Chair. The answers of our officers raises more questions than answers, and I start this way. Planner Nelly had shown indication that amalgamation in the physical planning world, it is allowed, and I agree. But a road has to be taken to a given place. And the same plot owner ordinarily compensate the same amount of road to serve the same purpose. Before approving, I'm coming on the issue of due diligence, whereby even the CEO, who comfortably have just answered, will also tell me whether he is in the right office. That when they are given a plan to approve, their mandate goes only up to such. If today I have, and there is somebody who have a title of county headquarter, If today he can come with a building plan with the current search, will the department not do due diligence to deny such approval? That is very clear. 2, during amalgamation, first of all, our senior, Honorable Kokwa, have given some light. There is no road with her. Yes, it's not your mandate. If you agree with that point, was it not right to do some due diligence? Because the planners, the CEC, Honorable Chair, the CEC, Lands and Physical Planning, Urban, whatever, he's not a planner, he's not a surveyor, he does not have any knowledge to do with land. And if he has, maybe it's halfway. The people who he's relying on are the planners in the department, are their surveyors, and he is ushering, he was very passionate, ushering Eldoret town into a city.
What's your point, Honorable Muya?
My point is, when they were approving, because they could not do the due diligence, do they want to tell us, even when I come, for example, I am the owner of building next to Standard Bank, and I want to amalgamate with that service lane that the World Bank did put some cabros. Will they allow that service lane to be built because they are insensitive, they can't go back? Therefore, can they be clear? What is their role? Because they are the custodians of every road and public and service within the town and outside the town.
Thank you.
Within the county. Can they be clear? If their role stand on just approving, can coach the planner tell us during the last regime what made the same planning or development plan not approved by the government of His Excellency Jackson Mandago, the then governor? Is he aware? If he is aware, what made it not be approved? Thank you.
I think I'd give a direction, but let's proceed. Honorable Luanjoy, and then Sato, then Honorable Speaker, then Honorable Natui, Honorable Rebecca, in that order, kindly.
Thank you, Chair. Before there was a ruling by, I think, the Chairperson Kibene, because I had asked a question on major contradiction between the physical planner and the person who was at. I wish to put it to them that according to the NLC, there was no number 414. What is your take? What is that your take into matter? Because we are told that that road was
amalgamated.
Allow me to pronounce the way I know. And that the road was another road was given for the same purpose by the owner. Number 2, there was also a contradiction there in which the physical planner from the national government told us that you have a role to play during the amalgamation. He told us that the department lying under the county government has a role to play, but you have told us here that you don't have any role to play. I'd like you to come out clear. Number 3, the physical planner who was here, the lady I don't remember the name, told us that they wrote to you on 12th, I think last month, telling you or putting to you that a road reserve has been taken over and a new building is coming up. And further, the letter told you to take action.
As you summarize, Honorable.
Yes, and no action has been taken. Lastly, Chair, before you put a plan, we were told that they ought not to be encumbrances, such as power line. But you'll note that this specific road or this specific plot for 60, as it is said, has water underneath, water cutting underneath. Did you know that there were encumbrances in the place? And if you knew, then why did you issue out the plan for the construction of the building?
Thank you so much. And honorable members, from the chair, I want us to, I saw the hand of Honorable Speaker was up. And members, I beg for your tolerance and understanding as I give the mic to Honorable Speaker. And after this, we shall break for tea break, reserve the questions. And now, Honorable Speaker,
Thank you.
You have the mic.
Thank you, Chair. Maybe just 2 questions, and maybe they will answer at a later stage. When did the amalgamation, the creation of amalgamation of this number, is it number 10 and number 441 done? Maybe when was it done, amalgamation? Was it 1998 as I saw in the document?
Proceed, Honorable Speaker. I don't know whether you want them to answer now or...
I want to one-on-one, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Proceed.
Just for the record, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. I think from the records that I have seen, the amalgamation was done in 2006.
Okay. Thank you. And number 2, Chair, there's a question Honorable Kokwa did say, but I think the Chair of Lands didn't capture it well. If you remove a lane, you have to another lane, you have to compensate another lane. I don't know if that amalgamation that was done, was there a replacement of another lane by the same person? Thank you. And thank you so much, Honorable Chair. I have a communication to make.
Proceed, sir.
Thank you. Today morning at around 12:04, we have received a communication, a court order, that we stop all our proceedings. So from now onward, we'll have to obey the court order and let this committee ends at this time. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And because of that communication, I think we have no option but to adjourn this session until a date to be communicated to all of us. Thank you so much. And